That shocking Star Trek. The Next Generation cameo in Strange New Worlds Season 3 Episode 2 explained. Star Trek. Strange New Worlds has never been shy about connecting the dots across the sprawling Star Trek timeline. But Season 3, Episode 2, has fans buzzing for one reason in particular. A cameo that no one saw coming, a moment so subtle yet so shocking that it has set the Star Trek fanbase alight. Yes, we're talking about the Star Trek, the Next Generation connection, one that's both an Easter egg and a narrative pivot. Let's break down exactly what happened and why it matters. The scene that broke the internet. In the midst of the Enterprise crew exploring the mysterious, ancient alien ruins on the edge of Federation space, there's a fleeting moment where Spock's dialogue takes a sudden, almost jarring detour. He references a Commander Riker's tactical insight during a strategic debate about deploying the ship's new defensive protocols. For a casual viewer, it might sound like a generic homage to past Starfleet officers, but for longtime fans, the name isn't just a reference. It's canon confirmation. That's right. William Riker, the iconic first officer from the Next Generation, exists in the same timeline, and the writers dropped him into the story without fanfare. What makes this cameo so shocking is the subtlety. There's no physical appearance, no triumphant musical sting, no obvious visual cue. The show trusts its audience to catch the connection from dialogue alone, a choice that has delighted the most eagle-eyed Trekkies while leaving casual viewers none the wiser. It's a textbook example of how Strange New Worlds balances accessibility with fan service. Anyone can follow the story, but the dedicated Star Trek historian catches the hidden layers. Why Riker's mention matters. At first glance, it seems like a minor shout-out, but the implications are enormous. Riker is not merely a character from the distant past in Star Trek chronology. He represents the established Federation era, the golden age of Starfleet that Spock himself would study and respect. By referencing Riker, the show is signaling several things. One, continuity across eras. The cameo confirms that the timeline connecting the original series, The Next Generation, and Strange New Worlds is more interconnected than ever. It's a subtle reassurance that the writers are committed to honoring decades of lore. 2, character context. For Spock, Riker isn't just a name. He embodies Starfleet values, ingenuity, and leadership. Mentioning him in a strategic context gives Spock's decisions more weight, as if he's learning from the best examples the future holds. 3, narrative foreshadowing. While Riker doesn't appear physically, the mention might hint at upcoming storylines. Could we see an episode where the crew of the Enterprise interacts with temporal anomalies that let them meet Riker? Or could it signal that key Starfleet doctrines we associate with TNG have roots in Pike in Spock's era? Either way, it's a storytelling breadcrumb that promises future payoff. How fans reacted. Social media erupted within hours of the episode's release. Fan forums lit up with debates. Was it an homage or a secret setup for something bigger? Some fans created timelines showing how Riker's presence aligns perfectly with the established chronology. Others dissected the script for hidden clues suggesting that Strange New Worlds could eventually bridge multiple Star Trek series in a way never seen before. The sheer excitement shows how powerful even a single line of dialogue can be in a franchise with such devoted viewers. Interestingly, the cameo also sparked a conversation about how Strange New Worlds handles legacy characters. Unlike other Star Trek series that might reintroduce famous faces for shock value, this cameo is understated, grounded, and integrated naturally into the narrative. It's a reminder that the show prioritizes storytelling over spectacle, something that keeps the series grounded while still thrilling longtime fans. The subtle art of Star Trek cameos. Star Trek has a long tradition of surprising viewers with connections to past series. However, not all cameos are created equal. Some are flashy. Think Deanna Troi or Q popping up for an obvious fan service moment. This Riker reference, in contrast, is cerebral. It doesn't demand attention. It rewards careful listening. It's a nod to the franchise's rich history while serving the story organically, a technique that has allowed Strange New Worlds to carve out its own identity while respecting its roots. What this means going forward. If nothing else, the cameo hints at a broader trend for Season 3, weaving TNG-era characters and themes into Strange New Worlds without breaking narrative cohesion. Expect more subtle Easter eggs, careful references, and possibly even deeper explorations of Starfleet history. Fans are now eagerly scanning every line of dialogue for similar, hidden cameos, which makes each episode feel like a treasure hunt. Ultimately, this clever nod to Commander William Riker reminds us why Strange New